We'll start with an AC amplifiers. So AC amplifiers defines that it performs the AC amplification. So for AC amplifiers, we need to convert the DC amplifiers which were discussed in the previous video into AC amplifiers just by connecting one coupling capacitor. So now what is the role of coupling capacitor? So coupling capacitors are nothing but here it will provide the designers to design an AC response characteristics of the op-amp. It allows us to get the low and high frequency limits. Okay, the best example here is an audio receiver system. So only the change is get the DC amplifier, connect a coupling capacitor there, so it will convert the DC amplifier into AC amplifier. So the best example I can show here, which we have discussed in the previous video. So these are the three circuits which I have discussed. Like I said that there are A, B and C. These are the three circuits which it given us for DC amplifier. So for them, what I need to do here, I have to connect one coupling capacitor. So if I connect one coupling capacitor here, so one coupling capacitor, or we can connect one coupling capacitor here. So if I connect the coupling capacitors like this, so we can get or we can convert these DC amplifiers into AC amplifiers. The role of coupling capacitor is to block the AC, so DC, and provide the AC amplification. So that is what explained here. Okay, to prevent the amplification such as DC levels, coupling capacitors must be used between the stages. Stages are nothing but here two types, n number of AC amplifiers are connected in cascade. Cascade is nothing but this, I think you already know this one, number of stages of AC amplifiers like this. Okay, so these are the stages of AC amplifiers which need to be connected like this. Okay, we call them as cascade. So like this, at every input stage we can connect the coupling capacitor to perform AC amplification. And the one expression is taken here, the coupling capacitor not only blocks the DC voltage but also sets the low frequency cutoff limit, because when it comes to the AC, it has lower cutoff frequency and higher cutoff frequency. The difference between higher cutoff and lower cutoff frequency provides the bandwidth. So that is what the main intention of this topic. Here the lower cutoff frequency is nothing but FL equals to 1 divided by 2 pi into Ci or IF plus R naught. This we already discussed in the low frequency response in the module 2 also, and you have derived the expression for this also. Okay, in a high frequency response. So here FL is nothing but low frequency cutoff, Ci is nothing but coupling capacitor connected at the input stage of each cascade system, or F is the input resistance, R naught is the output resistance. So here it is shown here in the AC inverting amplifier here. So in this, Ci is the input coupling capacitor, RIF is nothing but the resistance, input resistance, Rin equals to R naught, the output resistance taken from the previous stage when it is connected in cascade. Okay, same circuit of inverting amplifier, only one coupling capacitor is connected here. The same circuit which is discussed for DC. Similarly for non-inverting, only one coupling capacitor, remaining circuit is simple or similar. Okay, so this is about AC amplifier lower cutoff frequency. Okay, similarly you can get for the high frequency cutoff just using this expression, FH equals to UGB into K divided by AF. So this we are discussed in bandwidth with feedback in inverting amplifier explanation. Okay, I already sent a notes regarding this also. UGB is nothing but unity with gain bandwidth, K is nothing but attenuation factor, AF is nothing but gain with feedback of the amplifier. So using this you can get the high frequency cutoff, which is already derived in the inverting amplifier bandwidth with feedback discussion. Okay, so using these two we can determine bandwidth, that is FH minus FL. Okay, so this is about AC amplifiers. So there is one example for AC and DC amplifier. So this example goes like this. In the circuit shown in the figure G, Rin is given 50 ohms. So figure G is nothing but here. So this is the figure G here. Okay, so here in the values are given here. Okay, so using that values we have to determine the bandwidth. Okay, that is FH minus FL here. Okay, so here the values are given. Rin equals to 50 ohms, Ci is given 0.1 microfarad, R1 is 100 ohm, RF is 1 kilo ohm, RL is 10 kilo ohm and supply voltage is given. So determine the bandwidth of the amplifier. Simple example here. So we know that input resistance of the inverting amplifier with feedback is RIF equals to R1, which is 100 ohm, just replacing the components. Source resistance Rin equals to R0 here, which is given 50 ohm. Substituting this expression, we will get FL. Similarly, using this expression, we can get the FH. Okay. So K is nothing but attenuation factor, which depends on RF divided by R1 plus RF, which is discussed in bandwidth with feedback. So using that, you can get the K. So now unit with gain bandwidth is given. So substitute the values and you will get FH. Then substitute in bandwidth formula, we will get bandwidth equals to 80.3 kilohertz. A simple example based on the AC amplifier. Okay. So this is about AC and DC amplifiers. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Thank you.